Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to day 2 of the Counsel Encouragement Expedition podcast. I'm your host, Edward Ruiz. Here today, I'm going to begin a 2-part series where I cover 8 topics, 8 things to meditate on during COVID-19. Now, the 2-part piece is it's referencing an article that I wrote, a 2-part article, which you can find on my website, ccfamilyservices.com. titled 8 Things to Meditate on During COVID-19. Now, let me give you a little bit of backdrop. I had written this article in light of what's going on with COVID-19 and how anxious and worry and fear were overcoming the hearts and minds of people. I can see it in the news. I can see it in the articles and everything that I was reading. And so how do we deal with the anxiety and how do we deal with fear? One of the first things that we can do is we can try to take active steps to reorient the direction of our thought life. And so I had created this article to kind of help give us some pointers, little tips on how we could begin reorienting our thought life, because we're meditating on something. And so let me encourage you and have you consider to meditate on God and His Word. And so I had created 8 things to meditate on during COVID-19. And so the first thing that I want to start us off with in terms of our meditation is to meditate on the glorious splendor of God's majesty. And so that was pulled out of Psalm 145:5, which I'll go ahead and quickly read for us right now. Psalm 145:5 reads this: "On the glorious splendor of your majesty and your wondrous works, I will meditate." Now, those 3 phrases, glorious splendor and majesty, I mean, those are huge, lofty terms. They really could use perhaps their own blog article. So let me try to keep this as simple as possible. Glorious splendor is an adjective to describe the majesty of God. Now, what is the majesty of God? Because even that's a big term. Let's just sort of think of it like this. The majesty of God is, think of it really, the definition of it is an imposing form and appearance. An imposing form and appearance. And so that is to say, God is so lofty, He is so beautiful, He is so holy, He is so great, He is so good, He is so worthy of honor and praise that the majesticness of God, it imposes itself on you, on your heart, on your mind as you meditate on it. You can't help but be overcome in a good way by the glorious splendor of the majesticness of God and the majesty of God. And so when you meditate then on the glorious splendor of God, here's my proposition for you. Your worry goes away, your anxiety goes away, your fear goes away. I'm not saying it's like a light switch, it doesn't go away overnight, but as you reorient your mind and your heart to the things of God and to God Himself, the more we think of a God prayerfully, the less we worry, the less we fear about the things of the world and the things of the flesh. And so the things that used to impose itself on your heart, fear, worry, anxiety, doubt, unbelief, they become overcome by something greater and someone greater, the glorious splendor of God's majesty. I pray that was helpful to you, an encouragement to you. Tune in tomorrow for day 3 as we continue on the 8 things to meditate on during COVID-19. I look forward to connecting with you then. Until then. Hey there, real quickly, if you want to learn more about CCFS, please visit at ccfamilyservices.com. There you'll learn about the mission and vision of CCFS, as well as a central place for all kinds of materials, articles, blogs, and things of that sort that I try to make available to you. Or if you think you might benefit from some counseling, my contact information is there. Or if you want to refer someone for counseling, you can send them my website, ccfamilyservices.com. Thank you so much for checking us out, and I look forward to connecting with you.